everybody, I'm your adorable woman, Aries Adora, and this is Adorable Woman TV, where we inspire great affection towards women all over the world. If you haven't already done so, make sure you tap that bell for notifications, hit the like button, and subscribe, because I don't want you to miss a beat. And let's go!
Now won't stop me now. We've gotten over each other, yeah. I'm strong.
So I called, I spoke with my search angel, and my search angel said, yeah, this is her. Ancestry, they don't get this wrong. They've never gotten a parent wrong, so this is her. So I say, what should I do? Now I'm like, I don't even know what to do, because I've had so many experiences of being shut down that now I'm afraid to even make a move. So she said, well, I think you should just send her something general. Just the email saying, hi, I see we're related. Can you please give me a call? And that's what I did. And probably within, I want to say 20 minutes or so, she gave me a call.
What?
And I wasn't even expecting it to be that soon.
Okay.
I was thinking, okay, it'll be like, right, you know, who's going to be on there immediately after. So I didn't expect to get a call. So the phone rang, and it's my mom, and she said, yeah, you asked for me to give you a call, that we were related. And so I started to ask a few probing questions. Mm-hmm. I needed to make sure first that she didn't have an identical twin. I see that we're related. Do you by chance have any siblings? So she says yes. So I said, okay, do you have a twin? And she says no. Okay, good to go. Mm-hmm. I know this is my mom. Then I go into the story. I say, hi, my name is Monica McAllister. I was given up for adoption at Chicago Child Care Society. I was given up at birth. My birthday is July 3rd, 1985.
Just giving her everything.
Because I've been through this a whole lot of times. Mm-hmm. And so this, I'm going to lay it all on the table, because ain't no way of getting around this. Right. So, you know, so I say my name at birth was Crystal Lewis. Does this, you know.
Does it ring a bell?
Right. And so she got quiet, and I'm like, oh, hell to the no. Right. This is not happening again. So this is what kind of threw me off. She said, does it say that I'm your mother? As like, it's a question mark. I'm like, you know, I think you should know. So I said, yes, DNA don't lie. And so that, then I think she was shocked, but you can go into your response.
Right, so now we've got the daughter's perspective leading up to that point. Take it away, Mom.
Yeah, I was really shocked, because I was shocked for a reason, because I had initially thought that I had her, because I went back for her. So
wait. It gets tricky.
Yeah,
hold on. So you were confused because in your mind, mm-hmm, you already have your daughter.
Right. The Crystal Shanae Lewis. Yes, I thought I had her. So I know I had given up at birth.
So wait a minute. You get a call from Monicure saying, hey, you know, you're probably my mom. You hear silence. Now you're irritated because you're like, here we go again. You're quiet because you think you already have your daughter.
Yes.
Okay. So tell us about this, because this is crazy.
I think that I already have her, because upon me getting my life back together, I went back for my children. And I know that I had given my adoption papers to my foster mother. And my foster mother had gotten my child. And I further know that because I got a call from the adoption agency saying that she has my mother sitting in front of her. And she began to ask me some questions on the things that I had previously lied about on the paperwork that she had. And so I hung the phone up on her because I didn't want to get in any more trouble than I had already gotten myself into. So when I went back for my children, I also went back for her. And I get to my foster mother and I see this beautiful little girl standing next to her on one side, and there's another little girl standing to her on the other side. But I zone in on this one girl because she zones in on me. And she's looking at me like, help.
And this was a trip that you had to
take it to my foster mother's house so that I can try and regain a relationship with my daughter because I know I can't take her at this point if I had given her up for adoption. I just wanted a relationship, and I wanted my foster mother to allow me to have that relationship with her. And so day 2 I go back over there and I asked my foster mother if I could take her with me, and she lets me. And so the little girl asked me, how come you didn't know me? You know, how come I didn't?
How old was this girl?
She had to be around 8
Okay.
at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, around 7 or 8. And I just explained to her that when you're a little bitty baby,
I got to explain this to an 8-year-old.
Yeah, your features change, and so that's how come I didn't know you. But she knew me because they had instilled stories about me to her. So she was expecting to see me when she first saw me because they told her I was her sister. So maybe she thought I was her biological sister, or I don't know, but she thought that I was her sister. And we kept it that way for a while, like that. You know, that way I wouldn't confuse her, but in my heart I wanted to tell her so bad that I was her mom.
Okay, so just to recap, you're under the impression that your foster mother has your daughter, your biological daughter.
Yes.
They told your biological daughter that you were actually her sister,
right?
Just to keep a visual of her in your mind, but they didn't want to tell her, and so it's a whole little backstory. And in your mind, you're going back to get your daughter, so now you're trying to figure out how do you really tell your daughter that you're her mother, not her sister.
Right.
Woo! Okay. All right. So now you have her in your possession.
So I asked my foster mother one day, was she my daughter? And she,
what made you question that?
Because I wanted to know, you know, I'm going back for her and I'm caring for her.
But you had a doubt in your mind that she was really yours?
No, I didn't. I didn't have no doubt.
Okay.
I really thought she was mine.
Okay.
But I wanted to make sure, so I asked her, was she my daughter? And she told me no.
Okay.
And so that made me think that she told me no because she didn't want me to come take her, you know, because she had raised her, and I thought that she didn't want me.
She was withholding her.
Right, okay. So, yeah, so it wasn't until I got the phone call from her, that's where the silence came in at. Like, huh?
So how long had you had the other girl thinking that she's your daughter?
Said she was 8 or 9.
Oh my God, and how old is she now?
33. 34.
34.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, her foster mom had told her someone had came and stole me.
Right.
So that was a part of the situation that didn't make sense to her. I mean, that's why she furthermore believed this baby was hers, because the story just didn't add up.
She told me that no, somebody came and took your child. A white man came and stole your child. They said it was, he said it was his baby, so he took it. And I'm like, huh? Well, where's the police report? Nobody take a whole baby and you don't have a police report. Well, no, I didn't make a police report. It was just a
right.
story.
You don't document. You're gonna document something like that.
So she gave me that story, and that story I did not believe. And so I further believe that she lying. This is my child, and I'm going to continue to take care of the child.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the call from Monicure, and she's like, "I'm
Yeah,
your
I'm
daughter."
stunned. But I know everything she's saying is the truth.
Oh man.
So I'm like, she got to be, because there's no way she can have this information.
She knows about Deborah Lewis. That
Right.
name, her last
Nobody
name is the
knew
name
this.
that I gave her.
Yes, nobody knew this information. So I knew what she was saying was the truth, but in my heart I was like, wow.
So now that you got this call, you have this other young lady who you've been raising as your daughter. What happened with that relationship?
We still have a relationship.
Okay. Now, has she been on a search of her own to find her real mom? Because you know what I mean?
I think she wants to find her biological mother. I think at this point she's facing some of the fears that I dealt with. What if she doesn't want me? That type of thing. So hopefully she'll take the test pretty soon. I'm trying to encourage her to just take the test.
So you're working with her a little bit.
Hopefully
That's good.
she'll take the test, and that's the first step at finding out. And I know it's a very scary thing at the possibility of not finding that person, or that person not wanting a relationship.
Yeah.
So
so you got the call, and how did you guys get to the point where you actually met?
So she had asked me on the phone call, would you like to meet? And I told her yes. She gave me a date, and we prepared for that date.
actually, if it was left up to me, I probably would have went that night to meet her. I was so excited.
Thirsty. She was thirsty.
I could have dropped everything I was doing to go see her, but when I was speaking with her, she was on the phone at work. So I'm like, okay. She called me when she got off, and it was kind of late, and then I had an emergency that came up, so it couldn't happen that day. So we set it for Sunday, not knowing that Sunday was Palm Sunday. But just so happened, this day, the day that I'm meeting her, it's like a blizzard that's going on outside. And
April.
Yes.
In April.
I'm an April baby. I'm an Aries. I remember when I was a little girl, it was Easter had fallen on my birthday, and it was a blizzard. So I believe it. I believe it.
But that hasn't happened in so long.
It hasn't. That's what I'm saying. Like I was a little girl, like 4.
Right. So I was like, okay, cool. The weather good? No, it was a blizzard. So on our way in, I'm recording the snow, hail going everywhere which way, and I walk in, and I think the first memory that I have is she was playing in the background, blasting "Won't He Do It." He said he would fight my battles. I forget the young lady that sings it, but a gospel song that they were playing, and it was just so fitting for the moment. And I come in and I have a scarf on, and she, as a mother, just starts taking it, undressing me. Let me take your coat, and so I think that's like the most special moment when I go back to that day that I recall her unwrapping me.
Wow, like a present.
Well, that's what
Yes, it really was my present, because I explained to her that year, and bringing in a new year, my pastor, he preached from Isaiah 23:4-5, and the scripture tells you that God is going to open all the doors that have been shut to you, and that was a door that had been shut that I couldn't get in.
All the secret places.
All the secret places, they would be open. And I had the key that he had given us on that day, and I had carried that key everywhere I went up until that day. And the fact that it was on Resurrection Sunday, and that I got that word in January, and I met her on that day, it all led back to God, that I knew that this was something that he did for me. Mm-hmm.
Well, for both of you.
Yeah, for both
I
of
believe
us.
that, people come from all different spiritual walks of life. So
Yes.
I say the universe, God, ancestors, whomever you tap into, I call them plugs in the wall. Whatever plug you decide that you plug into, if it has a message for you and it's meant for you to go down a specific path, you're going to go down that specific path. And so this is a perfect example of two people wanting the same thing, and it coming to fruition and manifesting and happening.
Yes.
And so it is such a beautiful story, and I'm just so thankful to you both for coming and being here and sharing your story. We actually have some video footage of the actual reunion, so we're going to take a second to check it out. Wow, like that is so awesome. So awesome. So let me ask you this. Where are you now in your relationship? How are things going? You're coming up on your 1-year anniversary. So are there any big plans to celebrate, or just what are you doing now?
Well, that's something to think about. I haven't thought of anything to celebrate because, well, Christmas was very special for us.
I can imagine.
She had my first Christmas with us, so that was a celebration for me in itself. And our relationship is good. It's like we had known each other all along.
Yeah. I think from the day that the first time we spoke on the phone, ever since then, every day we talk, and our relationship has been growing and growing. And most people would not know that we just met each other less than a year ago, because we're so comfortable with one another. But sometimes they pick up on certain things, and one guy, he saw the screensaver, he was like, wow, you really love your mom, huh?
Aww.
And I'm like, only if he knew the backstory.
Right, the whole
Most
story.
people don't have their mom on the screensaver, So, people kind of has questions after a while because certain things we may say, and they like, that's a little off, right?
A little extra.
Okay, why don't you know this about your daughter? Certain things. So, but it's been great. It's been a learning experience, and more than anything, I didn't know that I needed certain things.
Okay.
I knew I needed my mom and I wanted my mom. I desired that relationship, but I didn't know, like for example, affection. The first time,
That mother's love. That mother's love.
Right, exactly. I didn't know. I missed that because I never had a mother in my life, a mother figure like that. So the first time she came to my home, and I gave her my bedroom and set her up in there, and she said, aren't you gonna come in here and sleep with me? And I was like, yes, mommy. I was waiting for that moment. I didn't, if she wanted to sleep by herself, that was fine. But when she said that, it was like, oh my, it was like the door opened up after that. And we slept together, we cuddled, and I didn't know I needed that, but I did, and it's just been that love and affection. And even those moments, as a kid, you're growing up and something happens and you just need your mom to talk to. Now I have that person I can call and talk to and tell her what's bothering me, or just that support that's there.
So I know that people are probably wondering why you had given up for adoption to begin with. So can we hear a little bit about that?
Yeah, so as a young child, at the age of 12 years old, I was product of child sexual trafficking. And when I got pregnant with her, the guy that I was with told me that I couldn't bring a child home because he would then be in trouble for me bringing a baby home underage.
How old were you?
15 when I got
So you
pregnant.
really, you told them you were 21,
I did.
but you were 15.
You're right.
Okay.
Mhm. Actually, when I went into labor with her, I was already incarcerated. I was locked up, and I went into labor in a cell, and they took me to the hospital from there.
So you're 15 years old, you're in jail. What was the reason that you were in jail?
Being locked up from being out on the streets.
So you were a victim,
Yes.
but you were locked up.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us how you got in that situation?
Well, I was the babysitter of this family.
Okay.
And one thing led to another. They moved from one location to another, and I followed them to the other location to babysit and never returned.
He told you that you're mine.
That I'm his. Now I'm his.
He basically just took you
Yeah.
and never brought you back.
Yeah, said that I was his. And from then on, I got showed the street life. He had already had other girls. Actually, they weren't girls, they were grown women. And I was the youngest in the bunch. But, yeah. And so, yeah, that
Did
life,
they groom you?
they did.
How? What was?
I would go out with them and, watch what they do, and then I would emulate what they did. And then sooner or later it became, clear what to do and how to do it and how much money it needed to be brought back. So, yeah, it was a really, 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 really rough life. It was really rough.
Well, I need to say that I commend you for being so strong here today,
Thank
right
you.
now. You are glowing, you are beautiful,
Thank you.
and you are not wearing your past. I definitely have
Thank
to say that. Like, I'm so happy. She's a beautiful girl.
Thank you, thank you.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
And even
yes.
if you're not in each other's lives, energy, it transfers.
Yes.
And so the light that's inside of you, you could definitely see it inside of her. And I'm just thankful for your healing. And I don't know, are you still healing from this?
Still
Are you-
healing, still healing. Yeah, it's a process. I was telling her and my other children that, I had to really learn how to be a human being. Because that life is a totally dogged out different
Your
kind
product.
of life. Yeah. So I had to learn how to be a human being and how to be a mother to my children. Because I didn't know how to do that because I didn't have them. So it's a work in progress, and I'm still learning. So, yeah.
Thank you so much for being here again. It is
Thank
a
you.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful story, and I just feel so lucky to be able to share it. This is an absolutely exclusive story that has not really been heard everywhere else just yet. I do see a bright future for both of you.
Thank you.
Have you thought about helping younger girls, even when it sounds like you need to be a search angel too? Are you advocating for young girls in any kind of way? You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. That's a big thing for both of us. We have been doing speaking engagements to advocate for sexual assault. My mom, both her and I had sexual assault trauma in our past, and so we both advocates for that. And hopefully by us doing videos like this and also speaking engagements, that we will be able to educate young girls or even adults, anyone that needs help to get out of these situations. So that's the goal.
Well, I definitely wish you both the very best, and it's just, y'all need to write a book.
That's coming. That is coming. So both of us are in the process of writing and trying to hone down the title for it. So my goal is hopefully by next year to be working with publishing to get a book out.
This is definitely a story that needs to be heard, hence why I have you on Adorable Woman TV. And I have something special for the both of you. And you all are officially adorable women.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Oh my
I
gosh.
was
Thank you so
this
much.
is so cute.
This is cute. Oh my God.
I love this. Thank you.
so much.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. That's it. This is Adorable Woman TV, and we are